All right, everybody, welcome back to Stinker, Drinker, Thinker. I am the star of the show. See ya.
Good night.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Stinker, Drinker, Thinker. We're three guys. We pour some pours, we make some cocktails, and we rank them in our own special ranking system where we tell you exactly how stuff actually is. If it stinks, if it drinks, or it makes you think a little bit. It's Irish Whiskey Week here in celebration of St. Patrick's Day. We kicked off the week Monday by having a shot and a beer. And today we're going to get back to our roots. And for the first time in a while, actually do a whiskey tasting on here with like cracker breaks, the whole nine. It's been a while. So I am your host, Anthony Longano. I am joined here by two people. One of them is Troy the Body Viglotti. Troy, say hello.
Hi.
How many times have you been in Ireland? None. That's right.
Okay.
And then there's Matt McKibble. Matt, you say hello.
Hello.
How many times have you been to Ireland?
Once.
None. Nope. You didn't go.
They just found me on the street. They just asked me to be on this podcast. I'm being held hostage. Please help.
Troy, what are you drinking there,
Troy's
bud?
busy.
Oh, yeah.
He left his beer here a couple days ago, and he just realized it. And so
Still cold.
4 days later, he's drinking.
You know, this is
Still had a nice head on it.
I got to keep this basement cold for certain reasons that don't involve kidnapping or
Troy's
anything.
beer.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That was fun 4 or 5 days ago when we drank beers and took shots of 18-year-old Jameson because we're assholes. What are we doing today?
We are going to try some Irish whiskey. Some whiskey, if you will, without the E. We have 3 different Irish whiskeys that technically they're limited releases.
Sorry, this one has an E.
Oh, that one does have an E.
Yeah.
Some don't. Some do. You know what?
I can't wait to tell the story of how Matt convinced Troy with his manipulation skills to drink that one tonight.
You like how I did that? Yeah. We are going...
Hey, no, you know what? I do, because you just admitted it, and that makes me happy, and that's acceptable now.
Yeah. Whatever. Tonight, we're going to try 3 Irish whiskeys. Some of them all say, they actually technically all say limited, or they all are limited, but I literally just walked into a store and bought them. So we're going to try them, see if they're any good. I've never tried either of the first 2, and we have tried the third one once, so here we go.
This one's a dusty boy.
They've been sitting there for a long time.
This one I bought for you, and I kind of wish that I bought it for myself too. These were all over New Jersey last July. I have still had not a single Redbreast pour that I've disliked in the slightest, not in the slightest disliked. The last time I had this though, we tasted a bunch of wine and a bunch of other whiskeys first. So I'm kind of curious to get it in fresh since we haven't drank yet today. What is this, Matt?
Well, we're actually going to start with that one if that's okay. We're going to drink in proof order.
Oh my God, I messed up the whole thing.
No, it's okay.
We could talk about it
We
later.
can still talk about it. I no, but honestly, that Redbreast is legitimately one of the whiskeys that I had more of an aha moment where I'm like, I think I really like whiskey. There's been a few whiskeys in my past that have kind of done that, and Redbreast is definitely one of them. So I like Irish whiskey, and I'm not scared to admit it.
You know what's funny is you made those blind boxes for people.
Yep.
And there's people who, spoiler alert, there was a Redbreast 12 in there. I think it was the first one in some of those boxes, right?
Yep.
First or second one.
And spoiler alert, there's a Redbreast 21 in the other box.
Yes, indeed.
I haven't got there yet. But they, I had a couple people who like have a collection of different Redbreast releases. Say, drinking it blind made them think that they hated it.
Yep.
Which is interesting.
I love blind tasting because of that reason.
And that's what we're going to do next week. But that's a long story. So,
let's start. Yeah, just the lowest proof makes the most sense, I think. If that's okay with you, Troy.
Very much okay with me, Troy.
Beautiful,
Westcock.
Troy. Westcock. West Cork. This version is the 12-year age-stated sherry cask finish. And this is kind of a cool distillery. I don't know a ton about it, but it was founded by 3 friends. So I figured it was appropriate to have this podcast, you know?
yeah. And they all have either an O or a Mick in front of their last name. So,
It's Irish whiskey.
yep.
Their names, I actually had to look up Dennis with 1 N, McCarthy, Gur McCarthy, and John O'Connell.
It's Gerard McCarthy.
Oh, it says Gur.
It's Gerard
I
McCarthy
wonder,
on here.
I wonder if that's his nickname.
Gur?
Yeah.
Hey, Gur!
Hey, Gur!
Yeah.
It's probably Jur.
Imported by M.S. Walker Incorporated in Somerville, Massachusetts. It is made Market Street, Skibbereen. Skibbereen, Cork, Ireland.
So this, according to the internet, says 12 years in ex-bourbon and then 110 days in PX sherry cask.
Oh yeah, that's exciting.
So we'll see.
Mr. Sam,
Mm-hmm.
may you?
May you pour us.
I may.
My bottle's nice and chilled too. Oh yeah!
Oh my god!
That's
wow,
that's the fuck of the Irish right there, dude. Troy, you spill whiskey all over the table.
Troy.
Troy, you're still spilling whiskey all over the table.
Troy, do we take away your?
All right.
Do we
All
need to
right.
take away your psalm powers?
Yep.
That was just too funny.
I don't know if we got that on camera because maybe I've never seen you spill like that before ever.
It's the bottle.
There's a puddle.
It's the bottle. Trust me.
All right. We have a towel. Where do you have
I don't have a towel.
No, I'm fine.
I didn't spill anything.
Mm-hmm.
Not on yours. Yeah,
Smells
he
good.
didn't.
You should see the angle at which I'm pouring right now.
Oh, I appreciate
It's
you.
fucking awful.
All right. West Cork.
How do you get it to do that? See, you always do it.
The first one I think is the tightest.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you get that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get
We're
you a
talk-
towel, sir. Okay.
All right. Well, welcome back from this towel break. That is brought to you by West Cork. Cheers.
This cock does smell good.
Yeah. West Cork, smelling good. So this is a single malt.
Single malt.
Interesting. Okay.
Do you think like
Do you think?
in Massachusetts or New Hampshire, the way they say cork, they say cock, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So like, if they were just gonna not call this West Cork and they were just hey Troy, get the cork, right? They're just sitting here and they're just like, hey Troy, this cock smells good, right? You know,
With the West Cork?
yeah. You're going to the airport, going on vacation. Take this in the car. Take the cock in the car. You know.
I think they would say that. Sorry, everyone I know from that area who says that. Awkward. All right. Troy. What you smelling over there? There you go. You figured it out. The chairs rotate for a reason.
It's very pretty. I'm gonna start by saying that.
I'm getting some like flower petals.
I'm getting a little ginger and a little like candied citrus.
I definitely get like the floral aspect. Do you guys get any like grape pez?
Yeah. Almost like soda, grape soda.
Yeah. Well, I'm,
Like it's that bubble. It's effervescent. It's like almost like.
when you said candy, Troy, I was almost sure you were going to say pez. But then you said citrus. I mean, I definitely get the brightness.
What does marzipan
talking about,
smell
but-
like? Does it smell like this?
You just want to use words, or
Yeah. No, I'm a genuine question.
I mean, it's just it's like a confectionery sort of thing.
Okay.
So I
Interesting.
could see it.
Because I was getting like meringue, but
Wow, this is very complex.
I have a feeling I haven't tried it yet. But I have a feeling it's not going to taste as good as interesting as it smells. But I hope I'm wrong.
is that because you saw my face?
I didn't see anybody's
no,
face.
I heard
or
him.
hear
I heard him
anybody's
moan,
face.
but it's almost getting a little like appley,
Yeah,
white
spiced
grapey.
apple.
Yeah, like white grapey, green apple.
Very
All right.
very
Spiced pear,
fleshy.
too. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, what was that?
I said spiced pear also.
Spiced pear, fleshy. Yeah.
Like cobbler-esque. I think I just get like a lot of that waxy sort of ginger spice. It's really
Interesting.
nice.
Well, I can't wait to be disappointed. Let's give a little.
What was
the?
how much did you pay for this one?
I think that was like $50, something like that. It's not super expensive. Most Irish whiskey, honestly, is not that
Yeah, it's not.
expensive.
Even
Unless-
imported.
Yeah, unless you're getting the super limit or high age statement stuff, it's fairly approachable. Ooh,
I like it a lot.
it's very funky.
Yeah.
How do you mean?
It's got a funk to it.
What do I don't know how to describe that.
On the palate or on the nose?
On the palate.
God, man, I don't know what it is lately. It kind of tastes like olives again. Like it's got like olive oil
It
in it.
it's a textural thing, I think, but yeah, it's like it comes off sweet initially and like kind of confectionery, and then it just like almost turns a little bit not sour, but like a little bit I don't know. Maybe fleshy. It has like a texture to it. It's like
It's oily and fleshy, and
Yeah.
it's
Like fleshy, like
not viscous.
it's
but
kind of
kinda.
it's kind of like if you eat like some sort of savory. I mean, olive is really the word. I'm sorry, I know, but like
I get it.
but like the fruit of it is gone, and you just got like some skin stuck, and you're just like licking the back of the skin and trying to chew it and get it down. I don't know. That is the texture. That's probably a terrible explanation, but I can't really tell you what else I'm tasting besides something kind of savory, not as sweet and dry almost. But
I see
also,
what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get savory.
I don't get the PX characteristic that I was really kind of hoping for.
I think it's that.
Oh my god, there's like this weird after like
It's that. I think that's the PX. I think it's that like. It's. I don't even know. It's like. It's almost like grainy, barely like.
at the end you're
It's,
talking
oh
about.
yeah, almost tastes like
Yeah.
a little bit like if you.
I didn't
if
get
you,
that until that one.
If you ate a stick, but you didn't. You finished it already, and now you have the aftertaste of wood in your mouth.
It's like you're licking the stave of a PX barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like an overcharred. You licked an overcharred PX barrel.
a wet one.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I don't know. It's not sweet. It's not that sweet sherry. It's not that sweet sherry Irish
Oloroso
whiskey.
is not sweet sherry, and this is part Oloroso, part
PX.
PX.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's part both. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So one website, so I was kind of looking this up, and one says part of each, and then one just says PX.
Because I think
So
because on here all it says is PX.
yeah.
It doesn't say anything about Oloroso on here. Single malt.
Really?
Yeah, single malt is rested in first fill bourbon casks for 12 years and finished in Pedro sherry casks for circa a further 6 months and cut with spring water
Could have been the other
to
one.
bottling strength to deliver exceptional quality. So no Oloroso.
Could have been the other one.
The other one is Oloroso. It says it right on the bottle.
Is it just Oloroso?
Yep. I mean, like the nose, it tastes so much bolder than what the nose. And the nose is interesting, but like it doesn't taste it doesn't taste as thin as the nose lets on.
That's interesting. Oh, there's
But
different versions. Okay, that's what it was.
So I just like kind of not to sound gross, but I just kind of burped, and like I feel like I just ate like some sort of Mediterranean pasta dish. Like that's what just came up. I'm serious, and I had a glass of white wine on
It's
top
specifically bow tie noodles with olive oil and tapenade, almost like an olivey.
kind of like a tapenade with a little bit of like roasted red pepper and Parmesan. And I'm having a nice glass of white wine with it, and I just burped it up. And I'm serious. That's kind of like
accurate. I want to call you bullshit on that. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Sam, what do you think of that tasting note, man?
I don't get any of that.
Really?
Yeah, I don't get any olive whatsoever.
I don't eat olives, but I know what olive oil tastes like, and I know what it smells like, and when I cook with it, and that's kind of what I'm getting at. But
In a negative, like pleasant. Or
I'm
negative or
almost
pleasant
done with my glass. It's a little too interesting for me.
It is. It's a ride.
It's not bad. I'm not. It's not. It's definitely not a stinker. It's a little too interesting for me. It's 100% a thinker to me, and it starts at the nose. Honestly, the nose is extremely interesting, and it's depthy, but it's thin. And if it's interesting for how low proof this is at 43% alcohol. If you drink this with your mouth closed, and typically when we sniff, especially higher proof stuff, we want to sniff with our mouth open. But if we sniff with our mouth closed here, I get like a little pinpoint in the top of my head that I feel like is burn. It's I don't really know how to explain that, but it's a sharp point that like it's almost like it's triggering burn. But it's not burn. It's not. I don't feel it in my throat. I get it in, man, and it's just none of that sweet stuff that's on there. I don't know. It just feels like a meal. It feels like a meal, and it's not necessarily pleasant, but it's not bad. It's definitely probably one of the most interesting Irish whiskeys I've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, I could
For $50, that's a pretty cool.
I could
that's
genuinely
a pretty cool journey.
Yeah, I could
for a
genuinely
whiskey.
sit here for a little while and kind of analyze it. It is pretty interesting. I don't know if I enjoy the ride, but it is taking me on the ride.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call it a thinker, close to a thinker stinker in my opinion. But
Yeah, I think I'm apt to agree. I don't think I would rush to drink it very quickly, but it is very interesting, and
Are there tasting notes that are on that website?
I could definitely find some for you. But I am while I'm looking this up, I think I am also actually going to go with thinker. That's what I'm going to say to you.
Yeah, I will call it a thinker.
So they say.
I don't know.
well, can we hear Troy's tasting notes before we read the online one?
yeah,
Is that okay, Troy?
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's savory. I just think it's a bit. I guess I get a green sort of thing, like an underripe sort of thing, not from a fruit, but from something, like something a little bit vegetal. I just don't think. I guess it's hard to pinpoint whether or not it's like olive or like artichoke or asparagus or something different, something savory that you wouldn't necessarily expect to get from something that was finished in specifically the sweetest sherry in existence.
Yeah.
But I like how refined and pretty it is. I definitely don't. I don't think I would. I wouldn't say it's like an after dinner sort of dessert Irish whiskey that I would drink, like something richer, like the Redbreast PX sherry. I would probably more sooner have with like after a meal, but this I'd probably have like before a meal, sort of like an aperitif sort of Irish whiskey.
Yeah, this is something that, I mean, kind of like what we're doing here is like, hey, this is interesting, try this. If you have someone that likes whiskey or is interested in trying something weird.
I don't think it's weird.
No, okay, so not weird,
Yeah.
but something interesting. Like, this is not a normal Irish whiskey.
I definitely think it's weird. No, obviously entitled to that, and so are you. But I think the thing that's weird to me, and I think the thing that's disappointing to me, is that I can't taste the PX, and I love looking for that in whiskey. I love when something's PX finished, but
Yeah.
I just don't get it. It's not as prominent as I like that to be, especially in an Irish whiskey.
Well, this says, according to the experts, I don't need to call it who it is. This says nose, vanilla pod, sherried peels, and a touch of tart raspberry. Palate, raisin dates, slightly nutty at points, sugary milk chocolate. Finish is thick black currant juice and caramel.
All right, bullshit.
That's what we should rate. We should rate other people's tasting notes. There you go.
We should do that sometimes.
I mean, I don't know. I
can see-
respectfully disagree with the majority of that, but
Yeah.
or I just don't get it myself.
It's fair. We're
They probably
in the
just
wrong.
paid someone to write fucking food words down, and
Yeah,
We don't want to try this. Can you try it? Yeah, sure.
bottle's only $50. We don't feel like paying you to make shit up and leave.
Yeah.
You know, you get a free meal.
Yep.
But
Cool.
well, speaking of free meals, you guys want to take a cracker break?
We haven't done that in 20 episodes. Let's do it.
Cracker break.
Cracker break. Hey guys, welcome back from Cracker Break. It's a lovely time
Thank
to be
you.
back. Thanks, Troy. You know what my favorite part about Cracker Break is
I do.
me when I tell Anthony that this Cracker Break's brought to you by a pun.
Thank God.
It's my favorite part.
Oh man,
We've done that in a
so
while.
excited to have these back. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Me too.
Hey Troy,
Yes, sir.
as I handed my dad his 50th birthday card, he looked at me with a tear in his eye and said, "You know, one would have been enough."
What?
When I looked at my dad,
It's pretty funny.
gave him his 50th birthday card, he had a tear in his eye, and he said, "Son, one would have been enough."
Because that was the 50th one.
50th birthday card he gave
He was
him.
crying because
That's funny.
That wasn't funny.
That's funny.
You
That's
got
cute.
another one on there?
for next break. Yeah.
All right. Well, what's this, Matt?
All right, we got Dingle.
Dangleberry.
we got ourselves a Dingle. This is Dingle. They consider themselves an artisan distillery in Ireland. So they're a small distillery. They're first technically opened, I think, in 2012, and their first product didn't come out until 2016. So they're fairly new to the scene. This is their 4th annual release. And I've had it. I actually got it a long time ago. It's kind of been sitting there waiting for this. So
A marriage of bourbon, sherry, and port casks.
Yep.
So produced, intended entirely. I love this. I like absolutely. So first and foremost, it's a beautiful picture on the back. It's like an oil painting.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading this description while you were talking. And it absolutely painted a picture. Not the sound.
Yeah, go for it.
But produced, intended entirely by hand, the spirit we conjure through the ancient art of distillation from malted barley and crystal clear water expresses our independence and individuality. Dingle spirit in every sense. The marriage of bourbon, sherry, and port casks has resulted in this exceptional single malt whiskey. What did Irish whiskey do before there was bourbon?
Oh, it's a good question. Before ex-bourbon casks?
Yeah, I mean, because when I was over there, every distillery I went to, they said that they got their
Wine?
shit from Buffalo Trace. When we went to Buffalo Trace, they told us that they sent all their fucking barrels to Ireland. So,
I gotta imagine just wine and other things, and then bourbon kind of came on the scene.
do you want me to pour, Troy?
No. If you want to, though, you can.
Can I?
Sure.
No, you know what? I want you
Enjoy
to pour.
it.
No.
Yeah.
I want you to pour. No.
Okay.
All right. So this, as you said, this is 93 proof, so a little bit higher than last. It is triple distilled, and then you said bourbon, sherry, and port. This is about $70-$80, so it's a little bit more expensive, but it's essentially kind of not really craft tax that we kind of get with bourbon here, but it's more in that vein. I mean, they're meant to be.
It's finished twice, right? Does it say what type of sherry?
I didn't see that. No.
Well, I'm happy about the port. I love port finished stuff too as well. Pop. I'll be honest. I kind of like the back of the label more than I like the front of the label.
Yeah, I mean the front's just kind of classic.
No, it's definitely your classic.
Hold up to the camera.
Yeah, it's definitely your classic.
I don't know if you can see it or not.
Usually, Shelbur's gets this pretty good. Your classic Irish whiskey, even Scotch label that you'll find over there. But this back, it's beautiful. It's like this nice oil painting with some sort of farmer getting what I'm assuming is malted barley next to the crystal clear water that they say they use to express themselves. This painting is called The Sleeping Giant by Liam O'Neill. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, I hope this doesn't disappoint. It's one of the. Well, I won't say anything else. Let's just smell it.
It doesn't smell like it's sleeping. That's for sure. It smells really nice.
It honestly,
It smells really good.
my first taste or my first smell. Am I crazy? Smell a little bit like tequila. Is that crazy? I'm probably crazy.
Yeah. It smells like Christmas to me.
Tequila or rum? No.
It smells like a Christmas cranberry cinnamon candle.
Like no anejo tequila. No.
No.
I'm crazy. Okay.
You get tequila, Trey?
No, but I don't get what you said either. So
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're all.
hey, man,
screwed.
it's subjective. It's the way it goes.
I definitely think this one's going to be a little bit sweeter and more typical of your Irish flavors too. Oh, there's the bar.
Definitely, yeah. The dark fruits are coming out. The kind of more I go into it.
The barley is there. You just got to find it.
Ooh. Whereas the last one said raisin, this is more raisiny to me.
I just get this like beautiful kind of cinnamon spice, sweetened cinnamon spice with like a chocolate kind of like a spiced chocolate. And I don't mean like spicy like kind of like Mexican chocolate type of thing. I'm talking about like spiced chocolate as in like with like cinnamon and nutmeg and that kind of type of thing.
What about like a raisin rugula or like a raisin like cinnamon pastry?
What's a rugula?
Rugula. It's just like a folded dough with cinnamon and sometimes raisins.
I don't think that things
Not
with
to be confused with arugula.
Correct. What if you made a rugula? Arugula.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
A rugula.
Yeah, I'll tell you that I don't really agree with raisin things, especially
have to.
baked raisin things.
Really?
Mal the other day we were talking about raisin cookies, and like we were watching some show, and on there like this grandma asked this little girl, was like, "Hey, we're gonna bake some cookies. What kind of cookies do you want?" And the girl was like, "Chocolate chips." She goes, "We're gonna make raisins." And Mal was like, she's like, "That bitch should be put down." And I was like, what? I was like, "Oh my god, who are you?" Anyway, sorry.
I know where she's coming from.
Yeah, seriously, me too.
Because it's the last thing you want to hear.
Yeah,
when you're, like,
I would never
a little
hear. I would
kid.
never think my wife say that an old lady should be put down. You know.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, but all right, let's get it in.
Okay. Well, Troy, do you have any notes to add while we do this? You haven't said much other than agreeing or disagreeing with us because you hate us.
I agree with that. I don't. Since you guys are already, I already tasted it too. So
I haven't
I'm
yet.
like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll lead us off then.
Okay. It's quite rich. The cinnamon raisin thing is real,
Preach.
as is the maybe a bit of a like a hazelnut sort of cookie type of deal. You know what I mean?
I think that's like a win for me and you.
Or even
there.
even almond.
That's good, dude.
Mm.
I really am loving the nose on this stuff.
Yeah. What
Where'd you get this one?
I got this online with I got a gift card because someone messed up my order and I used it on this.
That place that was supposed to give me a gift card?
That was that long ago. That's how long ago I bought this.
Time out.
2 years ago.
I'm still waiting for my fucking gift card from that place. You
I
know
got mine. Just kidding.
Yeah, I think was that 2 years ago? Maybe longer?
About?
Yeah. Yep.
Man.
It's been sitting there.
There's this beautiful back end baking spice. And it's really cinnamon forward. The raisin thing is there. The raisin bread is there. Raisin pastry is there. But like that like spiced chocolate thing, I mean, I'm still getting that. And whether that's like hazelnut Nutella type of spiked Christmas chocolate, is kind of just what I'm getting here, man. It's like a Christmas bread with chocolate and raisins and spices. I don't know. I don't really. The nose is fucking almost perfect on this. This is probably one of the most favorite Irish whiskeys I think we've tried together at least.
Okay.
We've tried 27-year-old Redbreast and
Which is
yeah.
good. What are you rating it then?
Oh, it's a drinker thinker.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also quite like it. I think I'm agreeing with you, but I'm swapping those. I think I'm going thinker drinker on it. Because I think I want to savor it more than I want to drink it.
Got a little heat.
Good for 93
Yeah.
proof, if I recall.
It's not like alcohol heat either. It's too like spices. It's like actual food. It's weird.
Yeah.
Very satisfying. It's a very good whiskey. I like it a lot. I'm also going to call it a drinker thinker.
Damn.
It's very inviting on the palate, and it's not. I don't know. How do I say? It definitely warrants some thought, but it's not like. I don't know. It's a little bit more straightforward than the last one.
As far as more approachable, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I agree.
You know what that means?
Yeah. What does it mean?
It's got to go in the Infinite Drinker for the first time in forever.
No, we haven't.
First time.
And forever.
I'm not trying to get a copyright.
So what we haven't done in a long time is talk about our Infinite Drinker, which is I would say collaboration, a commingling of all of our whiskeys that we've ever rated as drinkers, all in one place. So essentially an infinity decanter where we pour them all into and occasionally take samples from and see how it tastes. And there's way too many in there to name, but at some point we'll put that list out there.
Infinite Drinker making it into the bracket next week.
How'd you know?
That'll be interesting now that we're adding some stuff to it. Well, that was pleasant. We'll take a little cracker break and then get back to the Redbreast.
Yep.
Cracker break.
Cracker break brought to you by a joke. Anthony.
That was so good.
Anthony.
What? What the fuck do you want?
Why do vegetarians give good head?
Wait, I actually want to think of the answer to this. Why do vegetarians give good head? I don't know.
I'm thinking it. Maybe I'll.
No, what is it?
Because they're used to eating nuts.
Because what?
They're used to eating nuts.
Because they don't eat meat?
Yeah, that's the joke.
That's not a funny one. What's the other one? Unacceptable.
Speaking of unacceptable.
I should. You mad?
I'm not mad. I just didn't know there were that many buttons.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No, please, no, stop. Good God. All right.
Your wish is my command.
Let's try this again. Hey, Anthony.
Stupid bitch, Susie.
Birds chirping in the background. Love it.
Let's try this again. Hey, Anthony.
What?
What does one saggy...
It doesn't matter. No, just... Sorry, go ahead.
What does one saggy boob say to the other saggy boob?
Need a lift?
If we don't get some support, people will think we're nuts.
Actually,
Nita lives better, isn't it?
I liked it better.
Yeah, I win.
Well, there you go.
You owe me
won.
whiskey now.
Yeah, I owe you whiskey now.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of whiskey, let's drink some whiskey.
So I bought this originally, and then Matt bought it from me because I got it for Matt, and I should have got it myself.
Mm-hmm.
What is this, Matt?
It's Redbreast, Kentucky edition.
So it's whiskey that's already aged in bourbon barrels.
Mhm.
Is it then re-aged in Kentucky?
Funny you should ask. They say, obviously it's malted and unmalted barley. Triple distilled in copper pots. They mature it in American oak barrels and Spanish Oloroso sherry butts. And then for 3 to 7 months, they have this whole process, but they age it again in American oak, sourced from Taylor Family Elk Cave Farm in Kentucky. The Taylor family farm.
Which is up the street from Buffalo Trace.
Probably
That's
Buffalo
Castle and
Trace.
Key.
Probably E.H. Taylor barrels
Yeah.
or something like that.
Right. So the Oloroso butts, that means they're using bourbon barrels with Oloroso caps on them, essentially.
I think the butt is the size of the barrel, if I recall, right?
Yeah, butts a barrel.
Yeah. It's a
Oh, it is.
specific
Okay.
measurement of barrel size.
Yeah.
And they say they particularly use a level 4 number 4 char with a medium long toast.
Well, it can't suck.
I don't know.
Let's drink it. Yeah.
The slosh back always gets me. I always like it. All right, so Redbreast, Kentucky edition. Let's give it as Troy tries to finagle this.
Y'all ever have the red titty? Red titty in the blue bottle? That a blue titty? Smells great. Smells great, as always, when it comes to the breasts. The whole breast line is great.
Breast no best.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Oh God, we gotta regroup here. I really ruined everyone's night. I'm sorry.
All right, hold on.
I'm sorry. Oh shit! Red titty, blue titty, 1 titty, 2 titty. Sorry, gotta stop.
All right, Redbreast, Kentucky edition. See what it smells like. What does it smell like, Troy? Kind of smells like
Hey Matt, what's it smell like, Matt?
bourbon.
Kind of smells like
Wood.
Yeah, it's kind of got that craft, whiskey distillery thing going on. This one's a little bit not as bright as the normal like cedar pop we get when we bring that out, Troy. But
No.
and I think that's kind of just like the mix. That's the malted barley probably that's making it a little bit darker. But it does have that kind of cedar chip vibe going.
This is gonna be weird. A cork board? Is that a weird thing to think about?
Not necessarily with this. To me, it's reminiscent of like, and it's weird. One morning I woke up and I was like, wow, my whole who's distilling whiskey here? It smells like a craft distillery. They were chopping down some trees in a forest, like a wooded patch of forest. Like I live in the fucking jungle, like a wooded patch at the end of my block here to build a new division to our housing development, and the whole neighborhood has smelled like it for weeks, and that's exactly what it reminds me of.
Yeah, it's a lot more like new wood than I was surprised. I figured it'd be like,
Yeah.
It's not as rich and lush, I think, as I'm used to with Redbreast.
I kind of get the sherry element too, which I enjoy a lot.
It's like a light English toffee.
Is this a little bit hotter? What is this? 101? 103?
Yeah, it's 101.
101.
I did that purely by nose. Warming up for next week, boys.
Nice.
Warming up for
Oh
next
my
week.
God, that's so much. Oh, you're right. I have to actually like. Oh,
You actually have to
God.
pretend that we know things.
Woo!
We drink. We don't know things though.
Yep.
There's a
We're gonna make sure to disclaimer that episode pretty hard.
fuck yeah, all 5 of them.
All right. All right.
It's
so,
just fucking delicious, man.
not the most impressive nose by any mean, but it tastes so good.
As all Redbreast does. It's a great balance. The sherry finish is awesome. The secondary bourbon barrel aging on there, I think, is pretty fucking awesome. Or whatever they're doing with with bourbon. It does have a bourbon characteristic to it. It's like if bourbon was made with 100% barley. Like, not that
I know what you're saying.
you know what I mean. Not that that's possible.
Well,
or,
it's the vanilla. It's the notes
Yeah.
of bourbon, but infused into a barley.
yeah, vanilla,
profile.
caramel, brown sugar.
Oh.
A little bit, man, in that nose too. Some of that, Troy, let me know if you get this. That like cedar thing or that fresh cracked wood that we're talking about, it's kind of got a little bit of that like a fresh strap of leather giving you a little spank as well, you know? Right?
Just a little a light leather spank.
Yeah, I think it's definitely is better palate than the nose for sure. I really do enjoy it. I must say.
Man, I wish I bought that.
It's sweet, but it's also a little bit spicy. It's oily, but still goes down. It has a nice kind of tinge to it. I don't know. That's a good whiskey.
I think the nose makes it feel like it's going to drink a little bit hotter than it does. Maybe it's because we're coming from a couple bottles that are more typical of what Irish proof is, right? But I like that they made it 101, too.
It's good, yeah.
What is Redbreast Cask strength? What is it, like 112 or something like that?
Something like that, around there.
For those of you who don't know, when we talk about cask strength stuff on here, obviously it's right out of a barrel, but in America, that's usually a lot hotter than what it is overseas. I think like the hottest Irish whiskey you'll find at cask strength is probably 113, 114, 115 type of here.
Yeah,
type of thing.
with some exceptions, yeah.
We're here. I mean, I have some stuff. Matt, we've drank like 144 on here, I think. What was that, Jack Daniels? That
Coy
hazmat
Hill,
stuff?
Yeah, 140-ish.
Yeah, I think it was 148 or something stupid like that.
Some 140-ish, yeah.
I have a couple over there that are 136, 137, and some of the barrel craft stuff. But typically, barrel proof stuff, in America is over 120. Typically, anyway. But this is fantastic. I am not as offended by the nose as you are. I don't think I'm
not offended. I just think it tastes better than it smells.
Yeah, I do enjoy the nose. I think the nose kind of lets you know what's going to happen, but then it's pleasantly a lot more mellow than you would think judging by the nose, and that might just be because we're coming from two lower proof things, like I said. But it's nice and sweet. It's balanced. It tastes like Redbreast, but at the same time, it tastes like bourbon, and I'm a huge fan. So, drinker thinker.
That's exactly what I was going to go with. So I agree. Drinker thinker. I think if you like bourbon and you want to get into Irish whiskey, or you're whiskey curious or Irish curious, I should say, I think that's a great option to check out.
I'm gonna I got to keep going here. The finish is fantastic too. I didn't mention that. It's lingering here forever. $100 bottle, guys. If you can find that, good luck.
Yeah.
I think it's a thinker drinker.
Okay.
I don't think it's as easily quaffable at 101 for it being an old world whiskey. I think it's the heat is noticeable. I'm not saying it's out of balance, but it's a bit of like a punch and a grit that the last one and the last two obviously certainly didn't have. But it's good. I think it's I don't know. Yeah, palate's more impressive than the nose, but the nose is good. It's not offensive whatsoever. Yeah.
Nice.
Not my favorite from Redbreast.
No, but it's still great.
Yeah.
It's my favorite from tonight.
Yeah, I
Not
think,
me.
What's your favorite?
Dingle.
Dangle.
I think the Dingle is more interesting. I think the Redbreast is more drinkable. Like I would literally say the Dingle's.
That's
you think it's the opposite?
Yeah, I do. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, hey, to each their own, my friend.
Yeah. I think I enjoyed the nose and the Dingle a lot more. That's why. All right. Well, it has been judged. It has been found to be a drinker enough to go in our Infinity Drinker. So pour it on in there.
Matt has selected to put this Infinity Drinker into the brackets next week. And if you're new around here, we do our little version of March Madness. It's called the Blind Whiskey Madness Bracket, where 16 whiskeys get put into 4 episodes to make it to a final episode, a 5th episode, to see what the best whiskey is. Last year, it was a Balcones single malt, which, if you know anything about Balcones, they're down in Texas. It's a 2-year-old whiskey. It was a Total Wine Indy store pick. Or no, Total Wine Kentucky store pick. And it was fucking fantastic. It beat 16 other whiskeys, including a 16-year-old Seagrass, Gray Label Seagrass. Chattanooga 111 was in the final bracket. There was another one in the final as well. I don't remember what it was, but there was a ton of fine fucking whiskey in there, guys, and it beat it. And it will also, since it's the reigning champion, it will make its way into this bracket. These are totally blind and randomized, so we don't know what we're drinking. This is going to start either next Wednesday or Friday.
Yeah, next week.
Next week sometime. It's coming out, and it'll be spread out over the course of 5 episodes. But We hope you stick around and enjoy that. Please like, subscribe, share, drop some comments, give us some love, drink with us, send us presents. I don't know. Maybe we'll send you presents sometime. Take care of us. We take care of you. I pat my back. You pat my back. You know?
I don't think that's the correct phrase.
If you smell what the rock is cooking. Anyway.
Nice.
On that note, we love you all. Thank you so much. And we will see you soon. Matt,
Yes.
lead us out.
Yodeling.
A little Michael Jackson flair at the end there.